Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Mayfield. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Mayfield on play action. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tony Gonzalez from 6 yards away. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Tony G, always such an automatic red zone target. Really kills your analysis if you say, well, they're probably going to look for Tony Gonzalez here. Of course they are.
111 touchdowns. That's how many he caught. That was a record for a tight end until Antonio Gates surpassed him in 2017.
And it's interesting, the two guys you just mentioned, Brandon, both with basketball backgrounds. They know how to maneuver in traffic, handle contact, and go up and get the ball almost like it's a rebound off the glass.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Mayfield. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Miles Jack in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. 4th down, Mayfield. And he's got Lockett. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Now Mayfield on 4th down. It fights him off. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Go, go, go!
Mahomes now on 1st down. And Graham's got it. Complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And again, it's Mahomes. It's caught outright by Graham. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now it's Mahomes again. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
Green 90. Green 90.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Jeffrey breaking the tackle, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Throwing now is Mahomes. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. And on now is the punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Jerry Rice, open right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now here's Mahomes. Tries for Rice, intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. It's caught, Lockett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mayfield on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjust.
And he's going to be grabbed coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When Tony Gonzalez makes catches, sometimes I feel bad, like it's almost routine. And that's really not what the deal is. This is a guy who has to work his way open on every play because he's such a featured guy. But he's also a guy that throughout his career, there's a little bit of a loyalty and a soft spot for Kansas City, his first team. When he went to Atlanta, did you know he kept his mouthpiece from Kansas City, which was kind of that yellow that goes in the Kansas City uniform? Not in the Atlanta uniform, but he kept wearing it because he remembered the good times he had in KC.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And a fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back now in Miami as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Reggie White in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Mahomes to throw on second down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first down throw for Mayfield. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that's caught inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Down to the 25. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They run it again with Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Mahomes. Man open, Rice. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Jerry Rice in the final minute. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Well, any thoughts about overtime? Have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.